So a couple of months ago I made a video where I built a new enclosure for my cave cockroaches, and in the last few months the enclosure has been doing very well. The cockroaches have been growing and breeding and just been doing very well. So now this enclosure that you see in front of me used to house my curly haired tarantula, and unfortunately it died. Depressing, I know, but because it's died, now this enclosure is free, meaning I may as well do something with it. So it will be a nice upgrade for my cave cockroaches, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to first take out all of this stuff, clean it all out, and then we can start escaping it. As the cave cockroaches, I think I'm going to use slate to build some sort of caves towards the back and things like that, and just make the enclosure look 10 times better, and also function amazingly for my cockroaches so that they can start breeding, and I can actually, you know, feed them to my bearded dragon. So let's go. Got the enclosure cleaned out, which means now we can start getting escaping and designing how I'm going to do the enclosure. You can see I've added this plastic plant in there. Now I did want to do live plants because you know me, I love greenery, but obviously cockroaches will just eat the plants, so I'm going to have to go for plastic. I've got this plastic plant here in this pot, but I think the pot's looking a bit ugly, to be honest, and although I could just cover it up with soil, I feel like over time, as I water the enclosure down and as the cockroaches dig, I feel like the white pot is just going to become visible again. So I think instead I'm just going to try pull the plant out of the pot, which shouldn't be too hard, to be honest, and then I can just put this directly in the soil and it will look like a plant growing out of the soil. This side then I can do caves and things like that and make this enclosure look good. So yeah, trust process, let's do it. So I know I did say I was gonna take the plastic plant out of the pot, but to be honest it was a bit hard to get it out of there without breaking the whole plant, so instead I've just covered up the pot all the way around, which hopefully it doesn't show over time. I could maybe use some glue or something to, you know, cover it up full time, but anyway, this is good for now. You can see I've also started adding a cave here, and what I'm going to do in this section is, using slate, just create different shelves throughout here so that the cockroaches have got lots of different places to hide. And by doing this I'm increasing the surface area of the enclosure by creating more places where they can climb, use and hide. And obviously because I want to breed these guys in here, we need as much room as possible so that, you know, we can get as much cockroaches as possible. So what I'm going to do now is start creating the shelves and slowly just stacking it up, using glue to glue them in place so that it's secure. So let's do it. So you can see now what I meant by the different shelves here. We've got 3 different shelves, obviously a hiding spot under there, in there, and then all throughout these different little smaller rocks as well that are holding it together. I think I'm going to add another little layer on now, put a couple of different rocks around just to tie it together. I think that's good for the shelf. Alright, so now I've got all the rocks glued in place, creating loads of different hiding opportunities for the cockroaches. It's looking a little bit mix-mash at the moment, and there's a lot of different gaps in here. Obviously some of the gaps are good for hiding spots, but some of these smaller gaps, to be honest, are useless because cockroaches aren't getting in there. So to cover up these smaller gaps, I'm going to cut up some plastic plants and glue them all throughout here to make it look like plants are growing throughout these rocks and just make it look more natural and look better. So let's go do it. Got all the plants on there and glued in place, and I think it's looking a lot better now with all this greenery. I'm just going to let it dry for a bit and then I'll come back and add some wood and other pieces just to tie this enclosure together. But so far I think it's looking quite good, to be honest. So just to make the enclosure look a bit better, I've stuck on some green paper on the back here, just as like a nice little background. I also made a little flap just so I can see if the cockroaches are in the cave. But yeah, this is just a nice little background just to make the cave look a bit darker and look a bit better. So I've got some powder orange isopods or wood lice or whatever you want to call them to add to the enclosure, because these guys are going to help keep the enclosure clean. They're going to help to, like, you know, break down any of the leftover poo or leftover food and just stop the enclosure from getting dirty by, you know, getting anything that the wood lice, sorry, not the wood lice, get anything that the cockroaches don't. So yeah, these are a nice little addition. Okay, so now the enclosure is complete, we can finally add the cockroaches. You can see I've got them in this little tub here now. And this is the cockroaches that we're adding. So these ones are cave cockroaches. This one's a male here with the wings. And then the darker black ones are females, which you can see hiding under all these males. So I've got actually, I think I'm counting 5 males and only 2 females, which isn't a good ratio to be honest. So I think I'm definitely going to have to take out some of these males just so the females aren't getting, you know, too bothered by the males. Okay, so now I've got a male going in. Got him on the rock over here. If he wants to get off me, okay. No, no, no. Go in there, go in there. Okay, he's in there. Now we can add a female. Also did not mean to drop her, my bad. Anyway, she's in there and she's good. So as I've now took the cockroaches out of here and moved them into here, I may as well use this for something. So I've got 2 Madagascar hissing cockroaches and I may as well set up this cage for them so that they too can get an upgrade. So this is their new home next to the one that they're in right now, and you can see it's a nice little upgrade for them. We're going to grab them now and put them in there. So this is the Madagascar hissing cockroaches. This one here is a male, you can tell because it's got these sort of horns on its back there. And yeah, quite a cool little cockroach. To get bigger than this guy's still growing, but he's a nice decent size, and you can see against my hand and arm that he's pretty big. So let's just drop him in there. There he goes. So this is a male and a female next to each other. That female is still quite young to be honest. But yeah, let's put him in. Drop him in, if he's gonna go. There we go, they're all 3 of them are in there now. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching it all the way to the end. And thank you for everyone who's been showing me support. Make sure you comment down below what you think of the video. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on TikTok, because I've got loads of content coming. You can see right now, I'm in the Cumbrian countryside and I'm about to go work on a sheep farm for a week. Obviously I've got pet sheep, but I'm not a sheep farmer, so this is a nice change of scenery. It should be a nice humble week for me, and I'm going to make a banger video out of it, so yeah, subscribe.